Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. Continuing our test in the Sandbox, we are now going for the Conqueror Gun Carriage. We might as well try the Tier 10 British SPG, and then after that we will go for the Object 261 as well. Some might want us to go for the GWE100 or the Batchat 155-58, but I think these are some of the most played Arties, the ones that I'm doing at the moment. So the Conqueror Gun Carriage and the Object 261 are the priorities. Not a particularly fast Arty, I'm afraid. If I remember correctly, it's only about 35 kilometers an hour maximum speed. But then it is based on a heavy tank. Actually got 34 kilometers an hour showing here. Well, they've managed to make it up onto the hill already. Now, I'm going to actually fire from this position here. This might be a bit of a risk, but it has got such a fantastic trajectory. So, oh, no, I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, this is better. Dialing in. Takes such a long time to aim. We've got a bunch of tanks here. Top priority is going to be this guy. Rounds out. Well, it stunned him even if it didn't land on him. Okay, I'm getting a request. I'll acknowledge it. A lot of people might be confused that normally they don't get their requests answered, but Arty does look, we do watch, and occasionally when we hear or see a request for fire, we will act on it. Get ready for action. Rounds out. Well, all I get was critical hits and stuns on two tanks outside the burst radius. The standard burst radius of this one is 13 meters. Doesn't appear any tanks have gone up the west side of the map for the enemy team, or maybe an Object 430. Looks like they put all their strength on trying to capture the hill, which means obviously I'm going to get a fair amount of business hitting these guys. Looks like their enemy Arty is in the corner. Rounds out. First direct hit is on the cram farm. Okay, still getting a request for fire. Acknowledge. I'll put the shell in there. There's a nice bunch of enemy tanks there together, which means that this shell should be more than effective. 13 seconds to go. Again, the request is actually now coming for the T62A, but I'm going to hit the ST2, more deadly tank. Rounds out. Direct hit on him. Stun the others. Force the ST2 to back away just for a brief moment. He's used his first aid kit, so he's not going to get any more stun relief. And our Foch is now in a position where he might be able to get shots on those guys. The Cranvan is down to a one-shot. I'm not sure actually firing in his direction would work, but if I hit the T62A, I might get him at the same time. T62 moved up and rounds out. Oh, now we saw where the tracer came from, so we know where the Arty is. T92 has moved up onto the heights. Okay, we're still focusing on the ST2 now. I didn't get the Cranvan. I did hit the C62, but didn't hit him. So this shot is to kill the T62. Almost ready to go. T62 is now moving ahead, thinking he's free and clear, and rounds out. Well, that stopped him in his tracks because it tracked him, but I'm afraid the enemy now does have the hill. They've managed to get up there, and our EBR is having to escape. And I think he's boxed in now, so he's gone, yep. But we're almost loaded. They've lost their ST2. But they've got very low hit points on some of their guys, and The leopard, I think, might be still on that corner, and I'm going to put a round in there anyway just to see if he's at home. Well, somebody, I think, went down the hill there. So I think the leopard is now moving towards our cap, and if so, he's probably going to come up this route here. But still no sign of him yet. The enemy mouse has come to sight, so I'm going to have to move. It's the only one they've got on the west side. All we've got over this side is the FP4005. So I'm going to go around the corner here and plant myself in this spot, because I can still hit the mouse. The leopard has appeared. He's over there. Okay, can I hit the leopard? Yes, I can. Dialing in. Takes time. And the T62's appeared. See if I can get both of them at the same time. Rounds out. I think that, yeah, that definitely hit the T62. He lost some hit points. I'm pretty sure I hit the leopard at the same time, because it looked like he was coming towards the T62 just as I fired. So I think both of them got hit. Okay, we've got the mouse to the north. There's the leopard. Okay, right, mark the leopard. We're almost ready to go. Thank you very much. Give me a load. Rounds out. Nope, didn't get him. Okay, the Cranvarn's in the riverbed, but he is very low on hit points. IS-7's got plenty of hit points, so he can cope with him. There's one that we do need to kill. The mouse has just been wiped out, so I'm going to focus my attention on the FV215B 183, the Death Star. I'm about to fire. See if I can get around into him and ruin his day. Rounds out. Unfortunately, we just lost our Death Star, but their Death Star is now tracked. Worried that the leopard might come around this corner and find both Artys together at the same time. Yes, the other guy has parked himself alongside me, the GWE 100. Here comes their Death Star, and he's wiped out. Well, that's good news. Now, their Conqueror Gun Carriage is over here, and I think he's still there. Yes, he is still there. Look at that. He is still in this location. I think he's over here. Rounds out. Leopard's gone back up onto the hill. He's very low on hit points. If the IS-7 spots him, I might be able to nail him with a splash. I just need to get close enough to him. I think he might go to protect the Conqueror Gun Carriage. Let's see if he defends himself against the IS-7. He didn't shoot at the IS-7 when he was coming north. There he is. He's just actually killed. Trying to dial in as he's moving. Rounds out. Got him. Okay, which only leaves the Conqueror Gun Carriage, which is somewhere over here. That's where he was last seen. In fact, it might be a good idea for me to make a move. Pretty sure he's still up there. Yes, he is. And he's got him. So, first battle was a success, but I think it was mainly because the enemy really made a mistake by trying to seize the hill, instead of actually trying to fight down the western channel as they normally do. They sent very few tanks over to the western side, and our guys got free access to their rear. Okay, second class tanker. On damage wise, I was top 5 on my team, but not top 5 overall. In fact, there were 4 enemy tanks that did more than I did. So that puts me in 9th place. Not good when it comes to damage. Normally I'd do a lot more with the Conqueror Gun Carriage. That's 1,900, it's not a lot. But I did have a lot of winning targets who just sat around. It was a very fortunate shot, I should say, on the Leopard. If he had actually been a little more careful and actually changed his direction more regularly, weaving from left to right, it would have been more difficult for me to work out where to put the shell. But he actually just drove in a straight line, and you know what happens if you drive in a straight line. You're predictable, and when you're predictable, you're killable for an Arty. So yes, he just kept moving and I got him. Even with a few hit points, a Leopard can still be a very dangerous animal, because it does have a 105mm gun. It's very stealthy and it's reasonably quick. So would I have made a profit? No, I would have made a 3,000 point loss off that one, credit loss. So yes, not profitable, even though I did quite a lot of damage. So it just goes to show it's not, unless you do a lot of damage, it's not going to be profitable playing top tier Arty. So we'll give it another go. Well, that was quick. Only a few seconds and I'm into another battle, and it's an assault game, and I'm actually to try and keep the friendly base secure, destroy all enemy vehicles. Assault battles do put a lot of pressure on Arty. Ideally, you want to put yourself in a position where you can actually shoot the enemy tanks as they're coming up the main street towards you. And that means the best place to be on this map is on the east bank of the river. Okay, I'm going to reverse and turn left. That's it. Turn right, rather. And we're off. Well, the Gorilla and the FP4005 have gone up onto the heights, so I'm not going to go over there, but I think I will park myself between these trees. I shouldn't have done that. That was a big mistake. I'm going to make the mistake again. I'm going to knock those 2 sets of trees down. Unfortunately, it does point exactly to where I am. But let's hope that the enemy Arty player isn't trying to do counter battery at the moment, and therefore he doesn't realise what I'm up to. That 60 TP is hiding at the moment. I'm going to try and put a round onto this E4 though. Round's out. Oh, he was wiped out. My shell would have landed right alongside him, so unfortunate there. I've now got to wait for a reload to get some more damage. We've got guys massively going down the east side. There's a lot of enemy over on the west side. A lot. So I'm backing up and changing my orientation. I'm not bothering about the guys in the center. I've got to be bothered about these guys over here. And I might have to move away from the current position. Yes, I'm going to have to. I can't stay here at all. If I try to, I am going to be dead very shortly. So all I can do is go up amongst these trees over here. The Object 261 realizes and he's following me. Get as high up here as we can in amongst the tree line. I would say move south because that's where our strength is at the moment. And I'm wondering about that, and I think it might be the correct move. because the enemy's headed towards our cap. I feel like I ought to give that Cranvan a bit of support. Okay, because he's got 2 enemies near him. There's one of them gone. Got 2 guys here. Rounds out. Object 261 is staying in the tree line. Our guys are going to the south. They found the enemy Arty. I'm not going to try and take a shot at him. We've got nobody near our cap at the moment to get a reset. And the CS63 is the closest enemy. I'm going to try and get shots on them. They're sitting in the cap area or nearabouts. There you are. Rounds out. I think even though we're leading at the moment, our guys have really screwed this up. Thank goodness there's a gorilla and... who's that other one? An FV4005 between them and me. But if we don't have anyone near the cap, I'm not going to get a reset because I'm not going to know where he is in the cap. In fact, our Object 261 has just died. I'm going to have to guess where he is. They've killed the CS63. Rounds out in that corner. Oh, got a reset. He was sitting in the tree line. He won't be sitting in the tree line for the next round, unfortunately. Oh, there he is. And I only got a bit of him, a chunk of him. Come on, reload. 9 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Need a defender medal, please. Rounds out. I'm not sure. No, I didn't get that defender. Somebody got a reset on him beforehand. This is the last enemy. They're going in for the kill and we've won. I thought they really screwed up by going south, but it turned out okay. In the end, there were 6 of us left at the end of the game. I'm glad that I did head south because the Object 261 did get killed, and if I'd stayed around in the tree line, I would have been next as well. So, smart move to move south. Didn't get enough to get the defender. Close, but no cigar. And it was only 2 tanks I actually hit in that entire game. It was the CS63 and I got stunned on him. And the only one I actually damaged was the guy who was capping. So I scored really dreadfully on damage. Look at that. And the Object 261 did much better than me with 1,138. Admittedly, though, I did fire 1 round at an enemy tank that had just died, and so my mods would have stopped me firing that shot, and I would have got a shot on that 60 TP. Yes, because sometimes mods which actually prevent you shooting at a target which has already been killed do actually save you a shell. And maybe that's one of the mods that Wargaming needs to consider introducing into the game at a later date, so you don't waste ammo by firing at a dead target. Obviously it does help that you mark the target before you shoot, but because then at least it tells everyone, including the game, exactly which target you're aiming for. So if you do aim for a target and it suddenly dies just as you press the trigger, it's not going to allow the shell to release simply because the target's already gone. There you go. Well, at least I stopped the cap. Let's have a look at the details. 63 defense points, so 7 short of getting a defender medal. And it's got such a big splash, the Conqueror Gun Carriage, so it was obvious that if I picked the right spot, I was going to get a damage. And I knew that he'd gone up onto that line to try and see that ridge line. He was sitting there trying to see where we were, and that's where I aimed it. I thought he might still be there, and he was. So we got the reset. save the game. Okay, let's do another. And this one went in straight away. So we've got another game immediately. This time Mountain Pass, which is another good map. I rather like this map. Not everyone does, but it's an interesting map. Normally, a lot of players on Arty would actually go up onto the ramp straight away. It is actually quite good firing from the ramp, but you need to hug the wall to the left. That will give you shots directly to the south and also to the west passage, but it denies you shots on the ice road. You have to move over to the left if you're going to get shots on the ice road. This is such a slow Arty, I am going to go up onto the ramp. There's only 2 Arty in the game. Object 261 again, and it's a Russian. I hope he knows how to use the Object 261. He probably does if he's on Sandbox test. I'm pretty sure he will. Now it's a bit far forward, but let's have a look. See what we've got. Oh, lots of targets! Lots and lots and lots of targets. Rounds out. Direct hit on the IS-7, and I stunned some of the others. They're not happy. Now, reload is rather long, but the IS-7 also had it on cruise control and just ran into a rock. And enemy Arty just tried to counter me, I think. Now we've got 2 tanks running together there. Are they trying to go unspotted? Because the moment they appear, I'm going to fire one in there. Hello! Okay, I'm going to back up just in case the enemy Arty saw that. And that should be good enough. We've got somebody coming down the ice road, the bridge road rather. Now, if somebody's coming down the bridge road, I should move over to this side. But in fact, actually, we've got enemy coming in sight already down the western pass. So I am going to have to focus on this. Dialing in. Rounds out. He's gone. That was the Jaegeru, just got that kill. Next one is the Jaegeru. I'm going to focus on him. Now, we're going to do the second round for the next shots after this one. Because we're going to have bunches of enemy tanks coming together. Here we go. And rounds out. Looks like the 261 is also focusing on this guy. Oh, mama, we've got one of the U100s and he's very low on hit points. And he's gone. That gives that guy extra armor now. But we're going to put a round into him. Almost ready. Rounds out. Big hit. 440. Now, with a normal round from the current server, hitting a Jaegeru, even like that, would do a lot more damage than 440. A lot more. Okay, he's come back. He's a one-shot now. The next round I fire in is going to kill him. I'm going to select standard rounds. Here we go. Rounds out. Yep. That's an easy kill. Oh, got the Object 261 on the other side. Etiquette. I'm not going to move over there to try and steal his shot. I'll move over to behind the Striv. He may not be too happy about it, but oh, we've got multiple tanks. Let's see if I can get rounds on these guys. I think that was the 261. So I'm going to put this one on top of that ST2. Oh! Now what happened there? I hope I didn't hit my teammate. I've just noticed the ice road is open, and unfortunately we've got nobody to defend it except a TVPT 5051. I might have to move over to help him, but I'm going to try and get this UDES first. He's sitting there in the open, which means you deserve a shell. That's it, he's out the game. Okay, there's only 4 enemies left, and it seems a lot of them are on the ice road, so I'm going to see if I can help the TVPT 5051. I see that the Object 261 Steel RU did manage to get a kill. I suspect he was very effective during the game as well. The Object 261 is one of the better Artys along with this one. Most players like the Conqueror Gun Carriage because of the impossibly big shell and of course the trajectory of the shell. It is very, very high trajectory. And of course, if wargaming is going to flatten the trajectories, that's going to have a dramatic effect as well, because it will be difficult. Oh, now, I don't think we can get a shot over there. No, we've got a red line, so I'm going to carry on motoring. Yes, this Arty is not one of the faster. Now when I get to the corner, I'm going to try and just poke the nose round, not try and go the whole way round, because otherwise that will give them a free shot at me. And I might be able to get a shot up on here. Okay, there's the... Okay, I'm going to have to pop out actually. Okay, doing it in... Let's see if I can get over here to get shots on those guys. We are definitely having difficulty here. We're losing a lot of players. I've got a shell loaded, but I can't hit anything because the terrain's in the way. And they've killed that guy and it wins the game. 5 kills for our Superconk. He did very well, and that's Russian as well. Kalashnikov 72. Yes, we do get a lot of Russian players on the test server. I think they are probably the ones who are most likely to be affected. And so they're testing everything out. So I think people who are playing the Superconqueror are trying to work out how impervious their tanks are to HE rounds. So we've got a first class tanker in this one. Oh, our teammate did do well. 1,130 to him. 2,313 is more like a game to me. That's the sort of average score I would normally get. Well down on the others though. You can see there were 3 people on the enemy team. 4 people on the enemy team managed to score more than me, and 4 people on my own team. So again, I'm 9th. Normally I'm in the top 3, but 9th again. 2 kills, which is slightly better. Let's have a look at credits. And I would have made a profit on this one. On a free-to-play account, I would have made 6,092 credits. So, at least I would have made a profit. But a lot of damage to try and get a profit. they're going to have to adjust that, because if you reduce the amount of damage that these vehicles can do and they constantly make a loss, people are just not going to play them. I know people say, oh well, yeah, but people who play tier 10 vehicles do make a loss because they fire premium rounds. Yeah, but you're not firing premium rounds on the from Arty normally, and Wargaming have said that the cost of these alternative shells is going to be similar to the original HE shells. So if you're actually making a loss and the shell value is about the same, you've got to say that it's not going to be profitable to play tier 10 at all, which means you're not going to get too many tier 10 Arty players, which is what Wargaming probably wants. They want people to stop playing Arty, especially at top level, so that the tank drivers can have it out against each other one-on-one with no Arty present. And all that's going to happen is you'll get stalemates where two tanks will go hull down against each other. Neither of them can penetrate each other unless they use premium rounds, and even then they'll probably have difficulty. And of course there'll be much more draws in the game because there are stalemates, because the enemy cannot get an advantage. They can't get somebody to force the enemy out of their position by constantly smacking them with HE. So I think we can see where they're headed. If Arty does not make a profit at tier 10, then obviously the whole objective is to stop Arty players playing at tier 10. Okay, let's go into the next battle. Only 16 people playing SPGs at the moment. It's currently just gone midnight in Russia. 3 hours ahead of us. Well, Moscow is 3 hours ahead. And we're into a game. Very short wait. Okay, north spawn. Well, you know my usual position would be A4, sitting in the tree line, which protects you to a certain extent from enemies that bust through the centre. I think on this occasion I am going to be headed much further over. Of course, I've got to reload. Oh, don't get in the way. There's always one. I think Klaus Kellerman calls them Muppets. It looks like I made the right call to go over this direction, because we've already got an EBR on the river road. There's a Conway and a Lynx 6x6 there, so yeah, we've lost the Lynx. This is the biggest threat to me right now. Progetto. Okay, he's gone. He's gone. Got a Samur over here. I've got no shots. No, the buildings are in the way. To the south of us, we've got a... Oh, we've got a couple. This is good. This is good. Oh, just saw the tracer from the enemy. Thank you very much. And your round is out. Got 2 with 1 there. Enemy Arty indication. Well, okay, he obviously saw the tracer. Can't hit the standard, but I can hit the Jaegeru, or the Jagdtiger rather. I'm backing up. Don't want to go into that tree because that will give him a clue exactly where I am. Okay, loading. Whoever came round that corner chased by the... there he is. He's chased. Rounds out. That guy's got nowhere to go, the standard B. He's got a guy in front of him and a guy behind him, and he's gone. Okay, we've got enemy over to the east of us. A mouse and a convoy have come in together. Now, normally I think I would hit the convoy because he's weaker armor. He's going to make a bigger bang. Rounds out. He didn't survive. Okay, we'll go back to the original target, the mouse. Even with the innovative gun laying drive, it still takes a while to dial in. Rounds out. Okay, I think we'll select the second round now. Oh, mama. Yes, you can move out the way in time to avoid being hit. Obviously the mouse is telling him where I am, but I think the enemy RT knows I'm in the vicinity anyway. I would try an armor piercing round, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to get through the armor at the front of the mouse. It's got 370 penetration. It's armor piercing. We'll select a round for the next one. Our Death Star's going round. Oh, mummy, he got hit big. He really lost a lot of hit points there. And he just got hit by Arty as well. That's not good. So all we've got is a convoy on the corner. Actually, I'm going to select number 1 shell for my next shot. Here he comes. It's almost like he's tempting me to shoot. It's at moments like this that Arty actually is the person who should be trying their best to worm the enemy out. Now, can I get a shot on this guy? No, because he's behind the buildings. They're way down on hit points. They've only got half the hit points we've got. We just lost... Somebody just lost a lot of hit points. I think it's because I'm too close to the cliff, so I'm going to move back a bit. My big worry is that the Death Star is actually going to choose this moment to suddenly appear in the north. I've got no shot there. Oh, look at that. I went straight between the trees without even looking. Oh, the mouse got killed by the convoy. So he must have poked the corner. Now, we last saw the Death Star there. I don't think he's still there. We'll plant a round in there anyway. Oh, no, there he is. He actually has moved. Okay. And he just killed our T-95. I've got no shot because the building's in the way. Nice little depression in the ground here. Okay, that's my new firing position. I think I've got a red line from the tower. If he comes around that corner, I should be able to nail him. Conway's holding his corner. Tell me the Death Star's there. Okay, he's up the other end. Okay, lovely. Right. Target. Dialing in. 3, 2, 1, and rounds out. Okay, we've now got nearly double the number of hit points they've got. Oh! And I got hit in the tracks. Enemy Arty is located there. So he's there. There he is. He knows he's got to move now. He knows it. He's a dead duck if he stays where he is. He's gone. Can't see the other. I'm going to have to move as well because we've got a convoy. Oh, okay. And I can't get a shot because the ground topography's in the way. I've got a shot now. Let's get it on. Where are you? Where are you? Come on. Oh, there you are. Thank you very much. Rounds out. Well, it was close. Don't have to move now, actually, because the enemy Arty's gone. Only 2 remaining. But I don't know where the Batchat 12 ton is, so I'm going to go over this side, just in case he's behind me, which he might be. Now, what happened there? That was killed by the Death Star. and he killed the Emil 1. He's somewhere up there. That's where they're indicating. Okay, we've got a shot in that area. There we are. Thank you very much. Good night. Oh! Only stunned him. It hit the building. Okay, I've got a shot at the moment, but it's a very narrow one, and this temple is in the way. And there's the Batchat. He's in the water. No shot on him. Come on, Conway. Need you to get into position. I'm not really in a very good spot here. There he is, there he is, there he is. Have I got a shot? Just. Rounds out. God knows where that shell went. Ah, Conway got him. Well done. I didn't see where that shell went. I fired one at him. I checked the position overhead to see if he broke the red line. He did break the red line, but the shell didn't end up there. Probably fired too prematurely before it was fully dialed in. Glad that the Conway was in position to get a shot. Okay, well, we've got some medals on this one. We've got a Nispels medal for the total amount of damage caused and received. It's class 3, which means we've done 100,000 hit points of damage. First class tanker for that game, and a Confederate, because we didn't get a kill. And it's a pity I can't send a message to the enemy Arty to say, well done, you tried to counter battery me. He did get some of my hit points, but he didn't get a lot. He got 13 shots fired, 4 direct hits, 5 splash. I think I was the receiving end of splash about 4 times at least. So he did do well. Tried to counter me, but he didn't stop me altogether. And I think you could see that I was able to move out of the way before the shell arrived because I was so far away from him. It was a 4-second delay from one end of the map to the other, and that 4-second delay was enough for me to motor forwards out of the aim point. So I think the answer to this incoming warning alert, this signal, this sixth sense, is that the further away the enemy Arty is, the more likely the enemy target is going to move out the way. The closer they are, the less time the enemy gets, the more likely they're going to get hit. So the closer you are to your target as an Arty, the more likely you're going to get a direct hit without him being able to do anything about it. But the problem with that, of course, is that you have to get close to the enemy, and if you get close to the enemy, you've got more chance of being discovered, especially if he sees your tracer and then he works out where you are, because then he's going to be after you. So let's have a look on damage. On this one, we have 4 above us on our team, and we had 3 above us on the enemy team. So we're in 8th place this time, so it's 1 step up from 9th. Didn't get any kills. XP wise, we're about mid. Yeah. Let's have a look at profit. No, we didn't make a profit. 14,000 loss on that one. We did fire a mixture of shells. I did fire the premium ones, the alternative ones, as well as the standard. So yes, another battle where we're making a loss, yet we're getting medals and we're still making losses. So I think that shows that Wargaming are trying to make Arty unprofitable so that people won't play it. And also they're trying to reduce the amount of damage you do anyway, so that you're not so annoying to the tank drivers. So what they're doing is it's entirely about making Arty completely useless so people will stop playing it. And I'm afraid that is going to have dire effects for the game, because you're going to lose 20% of your players, your player base, all those people who do play Arty because either they're infirm in their hands or they've got a neural problem. Some people do play Arty simply because their reactions aren't as quick as they would be needed for a tank driver. So yes, Arty players might actually have a disability, which means that's why they do play Arty. And so you're going to get a lot of people who, because of their disability, are going to be leaving the game. And I think, again, that's, you know, that's not on that Wargaming are actually taking a position which is contra to disabled people. You're effectively saying, we don't want disabled people in our game at all. We're going to discriminate against people who cannot play other classes simply because their disability means they're not able to. So there you go. Let's start another battle and see how we get on in that one. I think we're almost at 7 battles now. By vehicle, that was number 4 actually, so we've got another 3 to go. And then we'll switch over to the Object 261. As we go further into the evening, it's going to be a longer gap between us pressing battle and getting a game. Okay, we've got another one. That was a short wait, 30 seconds, but it's slightly longer than the last time. And we've got airfield. Okay, on this side of the map, well, there's 2 places you go. You either go up to the north and you hide amongst the bushes in that corner, which kind of restricts your ability to hit the heavy tanks in Heavy Alley, or you sit on this side of the cap so you can hit Heavy Alley, but not so effectively, or you go down to the south, in which case you either go right to the cliff edge or you go up onto the hill. 3 RT on either side in this game. 2 Object 261s. One's Russian and the other one is EU. Now he's going into the corner. The 261's going down there. I'm going to go up here. Now this is very risky, but I have got an escape route to my left if... Now they'll probably spot the tracer, I think. Okay, Foch B seen at the back here. Whilst we're waiting for the other guys to turn up, we'll have this Foch B. He's just unloading his shells right now. Just got hit by one of the other RTs. He's stunned. He's pulling back and rounds out. Direct hit onto him. Okay, I'm going to change position just slightly, but I'm going to leave this spot altogether after one more round. Okay, STB1 just got stunned, so he's just been hit by an RT round. Oh, mama! We just saw the enemy RT tracer, and he's outside my range, so I can't do anything about it, which is annoying. Okay, but I can do something about these 2 here. Okay, I have to move now. If I stay here, I am going to be dead duck. I noticed that the other 261 further to the south got stunned, which kind of indicates that, yes, he's been seen. Okay, we've got enemy coming in on the beach. I've got a red line, which means I can't shoot. Oh, damn! That was a negligent discharge. I accidentally hit the fire button when I was re-aiming. I've still got a red line. Yeah, it's this rock in front of me. Trajectory is just too shallow. Okay, can we get a shot onto these guys? Yes, we can now. So, after a not so auspicious start, rounds out. It goes long. This is not going to be a very good game. At least it's not good from my perspective at the moment. Oh, finally managed to get a hit, but I just suddenly noticed the enemy's in sight. We've only got 6 players left, and most of them are over here. I'm about to die, and I just got hit in the back by an EBR. You can see where the shell went in, and there he is, EBR 105. Nope, can't get a shot on him. And it's the 705 came up behind me. The same one I hit earlier. There was no way I could get a shot on him because the ground was rising and I couldn't get the gun down on him. There you go. Well, that's a loss. And the Gorilla 15 drowned himself. What a coward. I know it's only a test server, but even so, come on. You don't need to drown yourself. Go out fighting. Yeah, dreadful one, this one. Mid-table. Yeah, better forget about this one. Huge loss, 22,007 credits. So this will be number 5, I think. This is, no, we've had 5, so it's now 6. So I've only got 2 more games in the Conqueror, and then I switch to the Object 261. Well, not a very long wait. I'm not going to have to do much editing to the videos. Traditional wisdom is that Arty stays close to the cap area to actually get shots on the enemy as they're trying to come through the valley to prevent them moving any further. There's only 2 Arty and Arty. The other guy is a back chap 155.58. There he is. Good. Somebody has the presence of mind to knock the camp down. I always do that. And the back chat's moving into this position as well. Now I'm going to try and pick this corner, and then I'll turn in directly after. So, hello Mr. STB, nice for you to come. Hello. Smack in your face. go to 60 TP, or we've got the STB. I haven't got a solution on the STB now. I'm going to move further over to this side. Oh, now we just saw enemy RT firing from over here. I just saw where the other Arty was as well. I think I may have moved a little further over to the right than I need to be. I may have to correct that very shortly. It looks like the fact that my friend has not moved at all and hasn't been countered, the enemy RT is not counter battering. We are losing in the town, so I'm going to have to pay attention to this side and see if I can redress this. Oh, that was good. Now, can I do something about the E3? Rounds out. Stand by. Stand by your beds. Here we come. Rounds out. That sounded like somebody just hammer-racked. Here we go. Almost ready. Stay where you are. Don't move. Rounds out. Okay. Keep him in sight. He's trying to go around. That was not a well aimed shot. We lost the guy. I can see where he's going though. I can see his track. And we are losing this game now because they're gaining territory. The Panzer Wagon's coming in behind him. There he is. He's been tracked. Batjack got him. Got a hit anyway. And I'm about to smack him as well. Rounds out. That's the end of him. Okay, we just need to know where the other one is. The trouble is I don't see where he is, so... Oh, saw him again. I'm going to fire this one at the STB1. Rounds out. Just in case he saw me. Pretty certain he's there. Okay, we've got an ST60 TP now at the center. Okay, the STB1 that was down the far end has now moved. There he is. Rounds out. Oh, well, it stunned him. And the shell came in to kill him. So they've lost all their RT now. There's the STB1. Unfortunately, we've got no shot, and he's just killed our Panzerwagen. We've got nobody protecting the valley now as well. I'm going to have to move. And I think we've lost this one because we've lost all our tanks. So I'm sticking around, waiting for our friend to turn up. I don't think I've got a shot. Oh, he's behind me. Okay. Thank you. Get round this corner. No, I'm going to get killed. Nice of that guy to sit still long enough for me to kill him. Not what I think he had in mind, but... Oh, he got a kill. He got a kill. Now, he can outrun the Striv. If the Striv's thinking correctly, he should just jump into the cap. Because there's nothing our Batchat can do unless he gets close. And even if he was to try and cap, it would fail. I suspect the Striv will be making his way down the river road at this moment. Let's follow our friend. The good news is that he's got 3 shots and the Striv, well, he's got to reload. Our guy takes 10 seconds to reload, but if he can get a shotgun... Oh, now he's backing up. He's got the building behind him and the guy's in siege mode. This is where it gets awkward, but he has got the speed. Oh, he missed it with his second. He's only got 1 more shot and the Striv makes sure that he doesn't use it. Oh well, we seem to be doing rather well for a moment, but then all of a sudden our guys in the south died and it was all over. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, second on damage on my team, and this time round I'm third on damage overall, which is more like what I normally do. The highest damage was the Striv, who stayed alive to the end. He got a high caliber, 3 kills. Second highest damage was Austriv, who got 2 kills, 4,209, and I got 2,315, 2 kills. That last one was a bit of a giveaway, you know, the actually being able to kill him at the last moment. He just sat there in front of me. You don't normally get giveaways like that. Resupply of ammunition and repair. Yeah, it's cost me from this battle, which means that I made a 40,000 loss overall. So again, you see, not profitable if you play free-to-play. You could not play free-to-play Arty because you'd end up losing huge amounts of credits every time. Normally, Arty makes a profit. Even at tier 10, Arty makes a profit. What Wargaming are trying to do is make Arty completely unprofitable so you don't play it anymore. That's what they're trying to do. They brought in the wheelies. The wheelies were intended to try and kill Arty, and all the wheelies started doing was killing all the OP ordinary tanks, even the premium ones. The EBR 105, even as Quickie Baby was astonished that they'd actually buffed the EBR 105, making its HE even more effective than it previously was. And now, of course, all the tier 10 tank drivers are going to have to contend with EBRs running rings around them and blowing them to pieces with their HE rounds. But of course, the wheelies didn't attack Arty as much as they attacked other tanks, so they had to bring in something that would actually cut down on Arty. Well, they're doing that by persuading people not to play Arty at all, by making it completely unprofitable. Well, it's my little rant for the moment, but I will keep on at this. This, I think, is going to be the last game on the... Yes, it's the last game on the Conqueror Gun Carriage on this test. Alright, we have a game, but it's Ensk Encounter, the map that Arty players block the most. Because it's literally impossible to play, really, for Arty. Now, everyone starts in the field. Now, if I move out to the field, I think it's more likely that I'm going to get countered straight away. So I'm going to do what I did the last time, which is stick around nearby and then move to the field after the field is clear. Oh, how could that miss? Fully dialed in, on target. RNG says niet. Oh, been spotted. And it's an M48 pattern. Oh, yeah, Object 261 over in the corner. He is, yeah, he's over here. I shouldn't have pulled back out to shoot. Okay, well, we'll follow, oh, we've got a rhinoceronte. We're one up on the enemy at the moment, but we are And we're doing well on hit points as well, so obviously enemies not so effective. Oh, he's moved. He's moved. He's now beside there. Of course, I do wonder if people are actually going to play the Type 5 Heavy and the Type 4 Heavy once HE has been completely neutralized, castrated. You can see the 261 actually moving. He did move down to the railway line. He's moved back to the corner again. Oh, the one by the railway line was the T92, and he's gone. Let's see what these other guys are doing. Well, that Leopard's having a whale of a time. And he's got good backup. He's got a T100 LT. There's the STB, there's the Striv. Take him out. Their Arty's still alive as well. The Object 261 is in the corner. Now there's two in the corner. Come on. There you go. Two more kills for this guy. He's going to get Top Gun. Your Top Gun awaits you. Oh, don't. Progetto, don't kill him. Let the Leopard get him. Only one left. 277. This guy's not going to get a Top Gun, unfortunately. He didn't time his shots to get the last kill shot. So, end of this video. We've won the battle, but I didn't get a very good experience with it. Now, of course, I didn't get any warning, really. A brief moment that the shell was coming in, but there was nothing I could do about it because it's such a small map. So I did get some damage on the enemy. I damaged that 277, even though I couldn't see him, for 146, which put me right at the bottom when it comes to damage. The Object 261 on our team had a more normal game. He got 1,767. I think it was my fault because I got spotted. Again, another loss. Would have been a 26,000 credit loss. So there you are. If you play the Conqueror Gun Carriage after they make the changes, you won't make a loss. You won't make a win, rather. Or at least 1 in every 10 games you'll make a profit. The rest of them you'll lose, and lose heavily. In which case there's just no point playing the Conqueror Gun Carriage, because even if you've got reasonable skill, you're still going to lose. So that's it for the Conqueror Gun Carriage. The next video will be the Object 261.